The scoreboard said France 1, Paraguay 0. But for millions watching around the world, that penalty kick meant something much bigger. A 27-year-old French superstar had just walked into the same sentence as football's greatest ever player. Soccer ball, crown. It was the 70th minute in the sweltering heat of Philadelphia, 101 degrees Fahrenheit, when Desire Dewey went down in the box after a foul by Paraguay's Diego Gomez. The referee hesitated, VAR stepped in, and the penalty was awarded. Every camera in that stadium turned to one man. Kylian Mbappé walked up, took his signature stutter step run-up, and slotted the ball calmly into the net. On paper, it was just the winning goal in a tense, physical round of 16 match. But in the record books, it was so much more. That strike was Mbappé's 7th goal of the 2026 World Cup, and with it, he pulled level with Lionel Messi's career tally of World Cup goals, a number Messi built across 4 tournaments and nearly 2 decades at the top of the game. Mbappé reached the same mark in barely half the time, and he's not done yet. The comparison instantly exploded across social media. Fans, pundits, and former players all jumped into the same debate that's been simmering for years. Is Kylian Mbappé on track to become the greatest World Cup player in history? Messi has his 2022 World Cup trophy, his golden ball, his legendary status secured. But Mbappé has time on his side, he has hunger, and now, he has the numbers to back up the conversation. What makes this milestone even more remarkable is the context in which it happened. This wasn't a comfortable, free-flowing France performance. Paraguay set up to frustrate, to foul, to slow the game down at every opportunity. For over 70 minutes, France dominated possession, nearly 80% of the ball, but couldn't find a way through a defense that seemed content to spoil rather than compete. Both of Mbappé's earlier attempts in the first half were brilliantly saved by Paraguay's goalkeeper Orlando Gil, not once, but twice in a row. It took discipline and composure for Mbappé to keep his cool and deliver when the moment mattered most, under pressure, in brutal heat, against a team that had already eliminated 4-time champions Germany. This wasn't just about talent. It was about mentality. Big players deliver in big moments, and Mbappé has now done exactly that on football's largest stage, tournament after tournament. His World Cup story began back in 2018, as a teenager tearing through Argentina's defense, including a goal against Messi's own national team. He was there again in the heartbreaking 2022 final, scoring a hat-trick against Argentina in one of the greatest World Cup finals ever played, only to lose on penalties to the very man he's now statistically caught up to. Now, in 2026, on home soil essentially for the tournament given it's hosted across USA, Canada, and Mexico, he's rewriting the record books all over again. Of course, this milestone comes with a caveat that fans and analysts are already debating heavily. Messi's 7 goals came with something Mbappé doesn't have yet, a World Cup winner's medal earned as the talisman of his team, plus a golden ball for being named the tournament's best player. Numbers alone don't decide legacies. But records are records, and matching a player many consider the greatest of all time, at this stage of a career that still has years left to run, is nothing short of extraordinary. There's also a symbolic layer to this story that fans have picked up on immediately. This goal moved France's all-time World Cup goal tally to exactly 150, a number no other nation has reached. It cements France not just as Mbappé's platform, but as the most prolific scoring nation in World Cup history, with Mbappé as its modern spearhead. So, where does this leave the debate? Some argue that if Mbappé continues scoring at this pace and eventually lifts the trophy himself, the conversation about who the greatest World Cup player of all time is will be settled in his favor. Others say numbers alone can't erase what Messi achieved by finally lifting that trophy in Qatar, completing the one thing missing from his legendary career. What's undeniable is that right now, in July 2026, we are witnessing history happen in real time. France moves on to a quarterfinal against Morocco on July 9th in Boston, a rematch of their tense 2022 semifinal. If Mbappé scores even one more goal in this tournament, he won't just be equal to Messi anymore, he'll be standing alone at the top of World Cup scoring history. The question everyone's asking now isn't just who will win this World Cup. It's whether we're watching the birth of the greatest player football has ever produced.